Good evening, folks. Good evening. Finish your drinks. Lower your voice. Sit down. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming to the Red Devil Lounge tonight for the 4th edition of Red Light Lit.
Live from Normandy.
My name is Matt Cab. I'm gonna try to entertain you. Maybe not that much, but I'm gonna be your MC tonight. And I wanted to thank you for coming, so many of you. The theme tonight is bad habits, and who doesn't have any in this room? So we're gonna listen to some local, very talented and sometimes very local writers. Always very talented, sometimes very local. And we're gonna start with Laura Goode. So let me tell you a few things about Laura. Laura, who is actually pregnant. Congratulations, Laura. Laura Goode. Hi. Laura Goode lives and writes in San Francisco, but she was actually raised outside Minneapolis. But she came here because, you know, got damn cold over there anyway. She produced the feature film Farrago's Bang that she co-wrote, and we premiered at the 2013 Tribeca Film Festival. Laura, where are you? I can't see you. Okay, cool. She's here. Alright. Her first novel for young adults, Sister Mischief, was released by Kenlowick. I like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, Sarah's a little bit jealous right now because I didn't introduce her first. So, let's give it up for Sarah Dineen, our Irish fairy at the piano. How dare you, Matt? I'm gonna give you a little A minor. Alright, so, as I said, she lives and writes in San Francisco. She produced this feature film, Farrago's Bang. Her first novel for young adults called Sister Mischief was released by Kenlowick Press in 2011. Her writing has appeared, among others, in New York Magazine and the Los Angeles Review of Books. Please welcome on stage, Laura Goode!
Hi, I'm Laura. I think it's pretty clear that my bad habit is unprotected sex. I had one drink tonight. It's so good. It's been a while since I've had one of those. I'm here to read some poems with you. I'm going to find them in this book. I really hate it when people are like silent and boring at readings. I don't know how you guys feel, but yeah, right? So, if any of you have been drinking for some time, even, like, feel free to make some noise. Just try not to act dead. I will if you will. It's my contract with you. Okay. My first poem is called You Decide Who I Am to You. I think a lot about who to delete on Facebook, based simply on whether they're interesting or not. It's cruel and subjective to identify people like that, relevant to me or not. Today I was struck by an urge to write poems like a 20-year-old girl writes poems, wear her clothes. I suppose these are the signs of aging, nostalgia, contentment, a knowledge that she's in there somewhere, both lost and innate. When I was 22, I said no more couplets, but what did I mean? I wanted so long to speak plainly. This has been my project, to learn to speak in a way that others could understand me. What is the value of that? So as not to be alone? A postcard never keeps you company. Language actually does very little to erode the appalling barriers between skin and not. So I've begun to write poems again. What is the value of that? I don't mean to sound cynical in this, my 29th year, as the flap of the green curtain still speaks to me, as does the smoke-furred cat in a fiasco of day. What I've learned is you decide who I am to you, my value. How you cherish me is your purview and not mine. To a few I have said, treat me with care because I am helpless to resist you. And this is what it means to have a weakness for someone. In truth, we are all the weaknesses of shadows. The mystery that is our engine is how to be fortified by weakness. The way we are doubled by chance. The way that the way you are makes someone else fuller of self. Just as we undo each other, so do we multiply. It wasn't funny when I wrote it, it's funny now. We double ourselves, each other, with every mess of years, every ruination of love. We shatter and fragment and multiply in coalescence. Oh, you know how we explode. How populous and how magnificent our surrender. My next poem is called Do You Ever?
Yes.
Now we're actually having a conversation. Do you ever? Yes. The last book in my revelation, Ever Waking. The visions of nude dashings into woods. The battered dream freeze. The automatic haunting. The spinal Gnostic gospel. The way I've come around to Rachel like a wheel. To the shotgun I witnessed sitting bitch. To the 3 dresses your mother gave me. To heady 20 oaths. To middleweights and carved stone plaques. To fervent turntables and 4-year door jam between Northamptons. To the plain inevitability of the Chelsea Hotel, my jumping on trains, my gameless flight, before it all got fucked unstuck. I missed the demand for lipstick and exams be damned, not caring how red smeared or where. I missed the vamp in the passenger seat, the summer sauce before you sobered up, the night we drove to Worcester to tell the well-read reader who your granddad was, the impish tilt at similar criminals. Congratulations, you're engaged. I'm still all legs. Nostalgia is a thing with teeth, and oh, what flash am I. This is my last poem, and it's called Variations on a Theme of No Escape from Yourself. And there's no escape ever. Just to give you a little context, I was thinking about, I can't remember who the poet is, but I heard the writer Anne Patchett talking about a poet who she loved, who described the process of writing a poem as seeing the poem whizzing by her and having to reach out and grab it and pull it into her before it raced all the way by her. And I thought that was just like the most beautiful way to describe the writing process. So that was on my mind as I was writing Variations on the Theme of No Escape from Yourself. Laura, you are unerringly yourself. 27, white and a woman. Often overwhelmed by the endlessness of possibility. Often convinced you chose incorrectly. Often impatient or brash, but rarely impulsive. Today you will be clear. The assignment is to write and to be a person at the same time. To grab the poem thundering over the plains and pull it into your body with one hand and transcribe with the other, all without succumbing to the suspicion that if you must wash today, wash tomorrow, the importance of washing today may be negotiable. You are required to note the coral bric-a-brac scars, the infinite mangles, termless conditions far uglier than your own. It does not fit, you say. Nothing stops you from leaving, and yet you stay. When I tell you approximate the sunlight, I don't mean imitate it poorly, I mean draw nearer to it. Who is to say one misses the past more than the present? Is the scent of cut fennel, like licorice sunbathing, the past? The thing that you and I have in common is the same thing that makes us grow older. You don't want to talk to anyone. Talking opens a file, begins a prelude, initiates a record, the only completion of which will be death. After which you will be left bereft, baying, it's not the same talking to emails. Have I told you this already? You cannot slake the grasp of that which grasps you. Nothing is moving in the shadow where you think it is. Everything you thought could never possibly happen to someone has happened to somebody. And yet you want each year's harrowing detail, itself a negotiation with time. Pink sky, 1:23 a.m. The shore not far north, a car passing 2 streets away. What will you do tomorrow? You have a garden. It's camellias and plums. It's rosemary and rye. Everything will cost either time or money. You argue too readily. You need far too much. There is only so much a command of language can excuse. You are free to create a second world if you find yourself dissatisfied with this one. You are free to decide what laws there will be, but once imposed, they must be obeyed. Is your world, your word, meant to be credible? You grow tired of your own plaintive tone. You must insist upon your own destiny, yet not go out in an orgiastic flight of rapture. You must not indulge the thought. Was it only the newness of trains that vested them with such mystique, the sheen of the streets and mirage? Growth can be unintentional, just as trust can be broken with the best of intentions. You are not nearly as original as you once thought you were, or as charming or prone. In the distance of your recollection, could you feel the deer's heart halt beating as it pulsed beneath your thumb? There, in the clearing, you perform your feint. To imagine this the whole story. The one where you reach the end and feel satisfied, and know well before the end that the end was coming. Yes, you have anticipated the end and prepared well for it. You are to be congratulated. Excellent, your recognition of the imminent. No matter that you may have missed a quake or two, a volta you mistook for only a short line, a hard day, a dosage to adjust. It's like writer's block, but you're still writing. You are a woman sitting on a porch, your future madness or children or death cause unknown. Your past like a pressure change, like a calling voice, like a depth charge. It's heart-sat day, it's shadow and whole. The past, the pendulums of incense and nave. The past, an unconscionable love. The present, the last supermoon of your enunciation. You, who? Laura, your second self. I want to be a part of you. Thank you so much.